With winter coming and grass depleting, some of you may be wondering, how do you keep your chickens with the amount of fat and protein in their diet that they need during this time of year? So we're going to talk about that today. Welcome back to Homestead Fresh. My name is Shauna, and today we are going to be showing you how to make a chicken treat. These are called Suet cakes. And suet is actually a European English word for beef tallow. And here in the US we typically use lard. You can use coconut oil as well. This is a very inexpensive, easy, super forgiving recipe that you can put together in just a matter of minutes, and the chickens love them. Now, the reason we do this is during the summer, chickens have the ability to get worms and grasshoppers and little frogs and lizards, and very easy for them to get their fats and proteins. During the winter, not so much. And you can also do this in the summertime. In our case, we don't have a lot of grass. We actually have barely any grass because this was overgrown raw land. There's just not a lot of grass. So you can give this to them in the summer too. You can just change up a couple of the recipes to make it summer worthy. We are going to be using lard. Coconut oil that you can use in the winter time. It has a melting point of 77 degrees, so it's not so great in the summer. You can use lard in the summer because it actually has a melting point between 86 and 113 degrees, depending on the type of lard that you're using. So it'll stay solid a little longer before it starts to melt and all the goodies start falling off. I'm using lard only because it is more cost effective and I had it on hand, which is, like I said, this is a very forgiving recipe. You can make all the changes you want. I'm going to leave a link to this recipe down below in the description. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comment section below, and let's get started on this. So let me tell you what we have here. I'm putting gloves on not because any of this is bad for me. I'm putting gloves on simply because I don't want to get my hands all messy. I'm kind of a wimp sometimes. And lard is really greasy, and you gotta run the hot water, and anyway. So we have half a cup of dried fruit. We're just gonna throw it in the bowl. We have half a cup of whole grains. This is actually, they're scratched, so it's mostly cracked corn. Half a cup of black oil sunflower seeds. Their favorite, half a cup of dried mealworms. Yum. If y'all have never seen them, look at these little things. 4 other ingredients we're putting in this for specific reasons. So we're going to be putting some cinnamon. All these are herbs. Herbs are really good for the chickens, for their diet, for their digestion. Did I say a teaspoon? So 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of oregano. Now this came fresh from our garden, so I'm just making sure it's all crushed up as good as it should be. We just got done drying this about a month ago. And then 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Now cayenne, well, the oregano is good for respiratory. It's high in calcium, vitamin K. The cayenne, I don't know how true it is, but I've been told in the winter it helps to keep them warm and boost their egg production. So in the summer, maybe just leave that one out. And then we have 1.5 cups of lard that I have a spatula and a spoon over here, but why dirty them up? I've got gloves on. So we're just gonna dump the lard in there. Now, there are different suet recipes for birds, and you can actually do this for any bird. You can come up with your own recipe, put this together for wild birds to feed them. You can add peanut butter to this, dried pumpkin seeds, and actually the recipe that I put together calls for raw pumpkin seeds. I couldn't find any anywhere, so I just left those out. You just want to mix it really good to make sure all the seasonings, the garlic powder and the cayenne, get mixed in really good. You can use anything. You can use a muffin tin. You can just put it all in one bowl and let them all hover around it. Depending on how many chickens you have, we have 21 that will be eating off of this in one area. So if we put one bowl down, then the higher pecking order will get some and the others won't. So we have this square muffin tin that we use. Super easy. You're just gonna fill it up. Okay, there we go. And now all we do is you can put this in the refrigerator to help the lard solidify, or coconut oil if that's what you're using. Once it's solid, pop them out, take them to the chickens, and they will love them, and we're going to show you that here in a minute. I'm actually going to put mine in the freezer to get them done a little quicker, just so I can show you. And in the summertime, I recommend putting them in the freezer. They love it. It cools them down, plus it's just a nice treat for them, a nice cool, and in their version, mealworm fruit seed ice cream. So let's get these popped in the freezer, and then we will go treat our chickens. Look at these wonderful suet cakes, or as I've been referring to them lately as lard brownies. They love them, so we're gonna head out there and let me show you how they love these. It's getting a little late. It's about 5:30. I probably shouldn't be treating them just this late, but I can't help but spoil them. So let's go have some fun. Oh, now you realize what it is. Well, you got one all to yourself, don't you? Yeah, for some reason they all think they have to have the same one. They can't spread out. So yeah, they're enjoying them so much. They're just going back and forth between the three that I put in here. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit subscribe. Click that bell notification so you'll never miss another one of our videos like these. And we will talk to you next time. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you.